ShanteFatale here, aka PlayStation Mami, and today we will be doing an interview with Thomas.
Hi everybody in YouTube land.
Okay.
Today we're going to be discussing Quantum Break for the Xbox One, a new Xbox One exclusive that was released today.
Xbox One and Windows 10 PC.
True.
So, the ESRB rating is M due to blood, intense violence, strong language. It is an action-adventure game developed by Remedy Entertainment, available April 5th, 2016, which is today. So there are different options. You can buy Quantum Break and receive Alan Wake in the Signal and the Rider for Xbox 360, and it is also playable on the Xbox One.
Through backwards compatibility.
Pre-order at participating retails and receive Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Pre-order Quantum Break for Xbox One in the Xbox Store, and you get it free on Windows 10. So a brief discussion or detail about this game. Fixed time between it destroys everything. When time breaks, catastrophe becomes your playground. As hero Jack Joyce, you'll fight your way through epic disasters that stutter back and forth in time by surviving this unstable world, and halting the end of time itself is only possible by mastering your new time powers. So,
Yes.
What is your gaming history?
Let's see. I have been gaming since about early 90s. My first console for myself was the Sega Genesis, and me and Sonic had a love affair. And from there, I was really a PlayStation fanatic. Anybody wants to know anything about me, my favorite game in the world is Final Fantasy VII. I'm excited for the remake, but not so excited at the same time. Anyway, and from there, I've been pretty much a PlayStation guy from PlayStation 1, 2, 3, now I have 4, Xbox. And I like to think of myself as an all-around gamer, not no one type of game that I like.
Cool. Well, that kind of goes into my second question, which is what games do you tend to gravitate to?
Ooh, I wouldn't say there's anything that really catches my eye, something that I enjoy. So Quantum Break caught my eye, and it looked like a cool new IP, and I really wanted to play it, so I got it. But I usually gravitate towards longer games, RPGs and stuff like that.
Very interesting. Do you consider yourself biased in these types of interviews with video games?
I consider myself a tad biased. I mean, it would be a lie for anybody to say that they're not biased towards their platform of choice. I do prefer PlayStation over my Xbox, but that doesn't mean that I won't give anything a try. I like all games.
Okay. So now that we got the history out of the way, did you complete the entire game? And if so, what was the estimated runtime?
Yes, I completed the whole game in one day with a nap in between. It took me roughly about 14 hours to beat the game, but I had trouble with the final boss, a lot of trouble. Played on the harder difficulties, which I recommend, because I kind of blew through the beginning of the game. So I think the runtime should be about 10, 11 hours for anybody else who doesn't have trouble with that last guy.
Okay. So in your own words, please give a brief description of this game.
For all of the older gamers out there, you're gonna know that it's a cross between, say, a Max Payne and a Uncharted kind of. For the newer gamers, they're probably going to be more in comparison with Uncharted, maybe a sprinkle of Gears of War, not so much because the cover system is a little different and everything, but it moves really well, it plays pretty good, and I don't really know what to compare it to. It's kind of its own thing.
Did the storyline interest you?
Yes, it did. It was a nice thing to have the story and the TV show to run alongside it. It was an interesting aspect, and The story wasn't too hard to comprehend. It wasn't anything groundbreaking, of course, but it fit the atmosphere and everything inside the game made sense with itself. So it was a nice story. It was a good game.
Okay, do you have any feelings towards Jack Joyce? Like, did you love him, hate him, have any sort of connection?
I wouldn't say that the character Jack Joyce really drew me in. Like, he didn't have anything that really made me identify with him or, really, really become invested in it. But at the same time, his character was well acted and his dialogue was good. So he didn't completely bore me, nor did he, suck me into the character either.
Okay. Visually, were you satisfied?
See, that's a mixed bag. Because at some points, I would probably say that this is probably the most beautiful game I've seen on a console ever. But there's other moments in the game where you'd be like, what the hell is that? Like, why is it doing, why does it look like that? This is an Xbox One game, it should look better. But it's kind of a mixed bag. I don't know what really happened, what engine they were using or whatnot, but the character models were very, very detailed to the character. They were, but there's certain sequences in the game in which the character models kind of look kind of jagged and rigid.
Overall, was it fun?
I'd say yes. It was an overall fun game.
Okay, was it customizable? Like, could you change anything, or it's kind of just
It's if there's any, it's very limited. You can't really customize the characters or anything. I mean, you can upgrade the abilities, which everybody's going to get a chance to upgrade the abilities. But I mean, I guess how you tailor them or how you decide to upgrade them in what order could give you, a different play than I did.
Cool. So, what about the replay value? Do you think you would play it again?
To be honest, probably not. But that doesn't give any way to saying that game is a bad game per se. It's, if you take your time through the first playthrough, then there's probably not a reason for you to play it again. I mean, the only reason I would replay the game, honestly, is to be a completionist and 100% the game. But I don't think I would be missing anything if I didn't either. I mean, I don't know any plans for DLC or anything, so I don't know. But as it stands now, probably not.
Okay. So, would you like to see a sequel to this game?
Yes, I would. I think a sequel is well warranted.
Okay. So, what new aspects does this game bring to the table?
I don't think that this game really does anything groundbreaking. I mean, a lot of people say that it does, but I mean, the whole TV show with a video game it's not so much a new idea. The way they implemented it, I guess, is a new idea. And I mean, power's in a video game. I mean, every video game ever. But I wouldn't say anything groundbreaking. I mean, I don't know the technical aspects. Maybe there's something behind the scenes that's groundbreaking. Maybe the engine and how it's running. It's next gen, but as a whole, I don't think it's groundbreaking.
Okay. Do you see others following this trend, like this TV show within the video game?
I could see how it could be a good aspect. Depending on the show and how they do it, I think it could be a good thing or something that we see more of in a game. I mean, I don't really mind cutscenes that often. Quantum breaks were a little lengthy for my taste, but I mean, kind of antsy, so.
Okay. So if you could add or change anything in the game, what would it be?
Ooh. A multiplayer aspect. I don't know how I would implement it or who could even implement it right, but I think a multiplayer would definitely make this game have longevity for people to maybe be like, yeah, I want this game more. As it stands now, it's kind of a buy and maybe sell back.
Would you recommend this game and why?
I would recommend this game. I think that people should try it and give it a chance. I mean, all new IPs, I believe everybody should try and, see what it has to offer. I mean, we're kind of stuck. People kind of complain about people not taking chances anymore, but when somebody actually does take a chance, nobody buys it. So I think giving it a chance can really help the developer to want to make a sequel and change things and make it better. And maybe we'll see a better product next time around.
Okay, so what we really want to know is it worth the buy?
Is it worth the buy? At $60, I do not think it's a buy. I think this game would be a better buy at about $40. As it stands, just because there's no replay value in it, and you can probably beat it in a day, maybe two. I mean, it's almost more worth it for you to, maybe red box it or something like that, GameFly, and send it back. So I would recommend buying it. I would recommend waiting for a sale, or maybe if you have Amazon Prime or something like that at the $47.99 price, I think you're in an okay position to pick it up and you won't be too disappointed in it.
Okay, so those are basically all the questions I have. Are there any parting words, anything that we didn't go over that you would like to add?
Give it a try. See if you like it. I mean, it can never hurt to try new games and experiences, right? I mean, we have PlayStation VR coming later this year. I'm going to try that out. There's many games I'm excited for this year, and I hope to try most of them out.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for sitting down with us. So I will be adding down in the bottom basically links to all of our social media, anything like that.
Yeah, be sure to follow me on Twitch and anything else she puts in the description.
Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.
Goodbye.